Okay, we've just taken out Chariot and got the Nar Alma robes. So now it's time to start thinking about boss priority. Who's the most dangerous boss? What do we most want over and done with as early as possible? And the answer is Ivory King. But we're not ready for Ivory King yet, so we're going to go after the second hardest boss, Gang Squad. Gang Squad means Poison Arrows. Poison Arrows mean GAVLAN. GAVLAN means we need to get past the Skeleton Lords. So that's where we're headed now. Set up our TSR as before. We'll kill this enemy who drops down behind us, just like before. And now this time through the area, we're going to need to snipe every single rogue. Even the ones that look like they're not in our way. Because if we leave any of them alive, they'll come charging after us when we lower the bridge later. Okay, we're going to come over here, sneak up on this guy and backstab him. So we can get this aromatic ooze. This is pretty much the only ooze we can get at this point in the game, and we need it for gargoyles, so don't forget it. Snipe a rogue on that building. Snipe another rogue on this building. There's one more around this corner. And there's one in the distance over there, next to a dog. Kill the rogue first because he's an archer, and then shoot the dog. And now we can lower the bridge. That's all the enemies in the area. Don't need to worry about that hollow. He just runs in circles, he'll never attack you. Alright, there are a few more rogues we need to snipe. This first one is actually a fairly precise shot. It doesn't really look like it, but this bridge and the pile of corpses will block your shots pretty well. Like that. So this is a fairly precise angle. There we go. Now we're going to sneak up here until we can just barely get an angle on this guy. There we go. We'll snipe an archer around this corner in the distance. There we go. And now there's one more around here. And we're clear. So now we're about to get invaded. This invasion coming up right a few steps ahead of us. We can just run by this invader. It's not difficult. Worst case scenario, you have to dodge maybe one attack. I've done that before. So this time I'm just going to kill her instead, because it's really easy. So you can do either strategy, run past or kill. Both are pretty quick and pretty safe. 3 headshots and she's dead. No trouble at all. I'm going to take out this guy. Right now if you're worried you might miss this jump, you might want to equip Cat Ring here. Because the jump will kill you if you miss. Not hard jump, not a difficult jump though. It's not a big deal. And now we go to fight the Skeleton Lords. We're going to kill the middle lord first before he can do anything. He's a mage, so he uses lots of range attacks. We don't like that. So once he's dead, we're going to lure the other two off into the corner. So we can kill the bone wheels before they get a chance to do anything. Okay, now we just need to kill these guys any way we can. They're mostly melee, but they can both shoot fireballs as well, so watch out. We want to kill them at more or less the same time, which we could do with the rapier, but softening them up with arrows is a bit safer. So that one's ready. This one's almost ready. Alright, now we finish them off. If they separate, you can use the rapier, or you can just take them out with bows, either way. And once they're down, we basically won. They'll spawn a bunch of skeletons, and we're just going to throw a ton of skulls. Much like Chariot, don't bother trying to skimp on skulls here, no need to conserve them. You can throw a skull per arrow if you really want to, but you can usually squeeze in 2 arrows. As long as you don't take any risks, there's really no danger here. It is a bit monotonous though. Too far away to lock on. Doesn't matter, we're almost done. And there we go. That's Skeleton Lords. Okay, now we're coming up on Harvest Valley. First we'll talk to Chloanne. Chloanne is a merchant who sells Titanite Shards, and she'll also sell some chunks later. So we're going to talk to her, exhaust her dialogue, and send her to Majula. And then we're going to go into the Poison Fog area. There's a bunch of loot in the fog, all of which is optional, but it is worth a decent amount of souls. A little more than 17k if you loot all of it. Most of that is in the 2 Titanite chunks. Those are worth about 12k total. And there are also 6 Titanite Shards worth nearly 5k. Again, they're all optional. By the time we need them, we'll be able to buy them. So it's up to you to decide if you want to spend the time to loot all of this stuff. If you don't plan on picking up the shards, buy some shards now. You'll need 6. But I'm going to loot everything to show where it is and to show how long it takes. Okay. So I don't need to buy them now. So we'll take out what we can from up here. Let's see, prepare our life gems. Life gems are the best counter to poison. We're going to get poisoned by this fog, which is not a hit. It's completely environmental. Life gems will counter the poison damage. They're very effective. Watch out for these skeletons. And now I'm just going to loot everything to show where it is. That's loot from the enemy, I'm not going to bother with that. Come over here first, because you don't want to trigger both skeletons at once. Come on. And just keep popping life gems to stay alive. We have a ton of life gems and we only need them for this part. We're probably not going to use a single one for the rest of the game. There's no need to conserve them. And over here is the first chunk. These two chunks are the most valuable items in this whole place. So if you're only going to loot a few things, focus on those. Okay. Now we're going to go talk to GAVLAN. Main reason we came here in the first place. Fragrant branch of yore and a torch here, which we shouldn't need, but it's good to know that it's there. Might be useful. And now, here we are at GAVLAN, so once again we're going to sell useless stuff. Again, do not autopilot this. You know, if you accidentally sell Silver Serpent Ring or Flynn's Ring, for example, you're basically screwed. So double check everything before you ditch it. And just sell whatever you don't need. If you've collected all the selling items to this point, it should be worth around 20k. Most of which, again, comes from the Titanite. We picked up 9k worth of Twinkling Titanite and nearly 3,500 worth in Petrified Dragon Bones. Okay. Also, there's a raw stone in this chest. If you did not pick up the stone from Pharos, you're going to need that. So that's your backup. And now we move on. Here's the last Titanite chunk. Grab that before you go. And now for Forlorn Strat. Forlorn can invade right at the top of that ramp. So we're going to sprint through as fast as we can. The sorceresses will shoot you, but they can't actually reach you on that path. So you're safe to come up here. From here, we can snipe them in relative safety. They can't reach us. If Forlorn invades, we should have enough time to take out the sorceresses before he can reach us up here. Looks like he's not invading, so I'm just going to snipe everything. But once the sorceresses are down, you can kill Forlorn in this area pretty easily. Okay. So we'll light the bonfire so we can get back here quickly later. And then we're going to go to Pharos, where GAVLAN will be waiting for us with infinite poison arrows. Because that's why we did all of this. We need those poison arrows so we can kill Gank Squad. Just gonna run past this guy. That guy will be chasing you towards GAVLAN, but he's very slow, so you can probably buy your arrows and get out before he even reaches you. I'm gonna get 500, which should be more than enough, because I never want to have to come back here for the rest of the run. Okay, so yeah, this guy's very slow. He also attacks slow. So you can just run past him. And that's it. We're done. Now we can go fight Gank Squad.